Hey guys, Courtney here with Courtney's Customs, and today I'm going to show you guys something a little different. I am going to be ripping my water slide decal and applying it to my tumbler rather than cutting it out nice and neatly. So I did this in my mentorship group. I did a live video, and then we are doing a monthly challenge on this look as well, and it came out so pretty that I just had to share it here on YouTube, and I let my mentorship group know that I just had to share it on YouTube. So I really hope you guys enjoy this as much as I do. Let's dive in and get started. So I've got a 20-ounce skinny straight here from Maker Flow Crafts, and I base painted it with white apple barrel acrylic paint because it's raining outside, so I had to use the acrylic paint instead, which is fine. All we're doing today is applying Mod Podge and glitter, and of course epoxy, to the tumbler. So I'm just going to cover the entire tumbler in my absolute favorite white glitter in this whole world. It's called Diamonds from the Glitter Grind. This is, oh my gosh, it's the prettiest white glitter. So now the only thing left to do is to let this sit and dry for about 10 minutes or so, and then I'm going to spray seal the tumbler with just one quick coat of Rust-Oleum Matte Clear Enamel. I'm going to pop it on my turner back here from Bama Cups. I'm going to apply 2 coats of epoxy, and then I'll come back for the next step. Alright, so this has been epoxied until smooth. Now we're going to move on to the wood grain process. I'm going to put on a glove just because I'm really messy with my alcohol inks. The 2 alcohol inks that we are using are Latte and Caramel. These are from Tim Holtz, which I got from the Glitter Grind. I might not use them both. I might be able to get away with just the Caramel, but I'll have the other one on standby. So I'm going to shake it up really good, go ahead and take the lid off. And the way I like to do my wood grains is I have a foam brush here, and I'm going to put some of that alcohol ink on the brush and then use that to apply. So I'm going to pretty much focus on just getting the tumbler covered, and then I'll move on to more of like the wood grain textures. So I'm trying to be really careful. I have an apron on because I do like splatter my alcohol inks everywhere when I do this because I'm just messy. But like I said, I'm just going to get the entire tumbler covered in this color, and then we'll do more texturizing. Alright, so there's a little bit of texture, but not enough to look like a true wood grain. So what I like to do is I'm still doing the same process, but instead of going all the way up, I'm going to stop midway or a little more than midway, just a little bit, like make it different heights so it looks more like wood. It gives you kind of like that, like so. I'm going to do some starting from the top, some starting from the bottom, some starting in the middle. Just make it look a little more textured. Alright, so see how that gave it a lot more texture so it looks more like wood? That is the easiest way that I have found to do it, and I feel like it looks pretty good. So this is dry. The alcohol inks dry pretty much instantly, but I am just going to kind of let it set to the side for a little bit before I move on. So this is the decal we're going to be using. This is super cute. It's from Creative Fabrica. I haven't sealed it or anything yet because I wanted to explain how I was going to do this. So if you have white water slide paper, just use the white water slide paper. This is clear water slide paper. It's not really going to show up as bright and vibrant on this color of a tumbler. So I'm going to transform it into white water slide paper. If you haven't seen me do videos like this in the past, what I'm going to do is spray seal this like I normally would. I use Rust-Oleum matte clear enamel. I'm going to spray seal it clear, let it dry. Then I'm going to spray paint over it with white spray paint. I use Head in the Clouds from Color Shop, but you can use any white spray paint. I'm going to spray over it with white spray paint, let that dry. Then I'm going to spray seal it again with my clear sealant and let that dry. Again, this is just transforming it into white water slide paper. If you have white water slide paper, just use that so you don't have to go through all these extra steps. But if you're anything like me, I very rarely use white water slide paper, so I never have it. I just have like a buttload of clear. So I'm going to transform this into white water slide paper. Again, clear sealant, let it dry. White spray paint, let it dry. Clear sealant again, let that dry. Alright guys, everything is dry, all 3 layers that I worked with here. So this is the crazy part. So I printed this out really a lot bigger than I need it to be because I wanted to have a lot to work with, but I only need like a small section about, I don't know, yay big or so. We're not going to cut it, we're going to rip it. Now, I don't want to say that I was the one that came up with this because I don't know if I really am or not. There could be somebody else out there who's done this, but to my knowledge, this is something that I have not seen done before. If there is somebody else, please let me know. But this is something that I came up with when I was trying to go to sleep one night, and I just couldn't go to sleep, and this popped up in my head. So when we rip this, the water slide decal itself is going to kind of like stretch whenever you rip it. So I have found, like, don't rip towards you. Try to like pull it away to help it rip more. So I am going to pull towards me to get it started, but then I'm going to rip it away from me to help with that water slide not like stretching. And I'm not thinking about it, I am just doing it. I'm going to go in and make it a bit smaller, but I'm literally just ripping it. I want those edges to look torn. I want it to be not perfect, and I'm probably going to need it to be a little smaller than that. This is something also that we did in my mentorship group. That looks a little too big, so I'm just going to keep ripping it down until it gets to the size that I'm looking for, which that looks cute right there. Actually, there we go. Alright, so that's a good size right there. So everything is super ripped, right? Like, it looks, I think it looks really good. I love the outcome of this. I think it is absolutely adorable. So now we're just going to apply it like a normal water slide. I'm going to let it soak in my room temperature water over here for about 45 seconds or so. So this seems like it is ready to go. So what I'm going to do is apply it face down onto my tumbler. Apply a little bit of pressure and slide the backing off. And then, like always, I'm going to go through with my squeegee and make sure everything is laying nice and flat. Now when you're doing this part, try to like go in the direction of the ripped pieces so you don't pull anything back. But this looks really, really cute. So now I am just going to let this air dry for about the next 30 minutes or so, and then we will move on to the next step. Okay, so I'm sure you guys noticed where there's a line right there. I guess maybe my printer scratched it on the way out, and I didn't even realize it until after I put it onto the tumbler. So I did try to patch it up. Doesn't look perfect, so I do want to let you guys know ahead of time. I'm going to add some white glitter, probably diamonds from the glitter grind, into my epoxy when I put this coat on here shortly, to try to like cover that up a little bit. And then of course maybe the decal will work too. But what I'm going to do now is add some Mod Podge over. I'm going to go ahead and add it over the entire tumbler because I'm going to sprinkle some glitter on. But I'm really focusing on this water slide, especially the edges, because I don't want any epoxy to get under there and make the image lift. But I am going to be adding some glitter here and there on the tumbler, especially around the top and the bottom. So I'm just going to go ahead and seal the whole thing. Nothing wrong with that. Now I'm going to take Desert Glow from the glitter grind. It's a chunky mix. And I'm just going to very, very lightly sprinkle some on the top and bottom here. I'm not really going for like an ombre look, which is why I'm not doing like a full-on, you know, from the shaker. I'm just trying to sprinkle it. Not too heavy. I'm letting some of it touch that water slide, but not a whole lot. It's mainly staying above it and below it. Alright, and now I'm just going to let the Mod Podge completely dry. Alright, now all the Mod Podge is dry. The only thing I'm going to do today is spray seal where the glitter is to make sure it stays in place, and then I'm going to add 1 coat of epoxy, and I'll come back tomorrow for the decal. Alright, now this is ready for a decal. I found a really, really cute one on Creative Fabrica, and it says Stay Cozy, and I created an offset with gold and black vinyl. So I am going to lay down the offset one first, pick it up, put it on my tumbler, then apply the main decal. Super cute. So now the only thing left to do is to add the finishing coats of epoxy, and this will be done. After some epoxy, this is the result, and I absolutely love it so much. I love the ripped decal, especially against the like wood grain tumbler and the buffalo plaid. Like, I love this. I'm going to take it to my vendor event tomorrow. Before I go, like always, I do have y'all's cup of positivity for the day, and today's quote is, "Be there for others, but never leave yourself behind." That's all I have for y'all today. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If y'all have any questions, like always, please feel free to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Be kind, love one another, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!